Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi yassir wala tuassir wa tamim bil hayr. Rabbi zidni ilma. Assalamu alaikum. Hope you all are good. This is the updated 7th edition of book D3. And today we will do exercise 16b. And we do question number 5, 6 and 7. Let's start, students. Now, students, this is the question number 5. Find an estimate of the standard deviation for the following set of data. Show your working clearly. This data is provided to us. This is the x, the value of the set of data, and these are the frequency. Now we have to find the standard deviation. And this is, you can see clearly, this is the group data. Now we have to apply the formula of the group data and find that the standard deviation. Now students, this is the formula of the standard deviation. This is the formula of standard deviation. Both formulas are for standard deviation. I use that formula. And you know that this is the value of mean, and to find the value of mean we have to apply that formula. And to fulfill the requirement of this formula, we have to need the value of sum of fx and sum of fx square. That's why we add the value in our table, and this is our table. These are the values of x which are given in the table. This is the frequency, and this is fx, and this is the fx square, because both values are come in that formula. Now students, what is the midpoint? The midpoint is the x. The x values is from 0 to 5, and to calculate it we have to first find the midpoint, and it's very easy to find the midpoint. We have to add 0 plus 5 and divided by 2, we get the midpoint. This is the 2.5. Again 5 plus 10 and divided by 2, we get the midpoint, 7.5. And yes students, its midpoint is 12.5, its midpoint is 17.5, and its midpoint is 22.5, and its midpoint is 27.5. The midpoint is the value of the x. And because there is many 1, 2, 3, and to solve this we have to find the midpoint. And now we have to find the value of f and x. We have to multiply it by 4 multiplied by 2.5, we get the 10. And now 12 multiplied by 7.5, we get 90. And again 20 multiplied by 12.5, we get 250. And 17.5 multiplied by 24, we get 420. And multiply 16 multiplied by 225, we get the 360. And 4 multiplied by 27.5, we get 110. Now students, to find the value of fx square, the value of fx is again multiplied by the x. The 10 multiplied by 2.5, we get the 25. 90 multiplied by 9.5, we get 675. 250 multiplied by 12.5, we get the 3125. 420 multiplied by 17.5, we get the 7350. 360 multiplied by 222.5, we get 8100. And 1110 multiplied by 27.5, we get 325. And now students, we have to add these values and find the sum of these values. The sum of frequency is 4 plus 12 plus 20 plus 24 plus 16 and plus 4, we get the 80. This is 80. Now the sum of, when we add these values, we get the value 1240, and by adding these value we get the value 2230. You can do it easily with the help of the calculator. We have to add these values and we get the 2230, and by adding these values I get 1240. And now I have to put in the formula of the standard deviation. To put the value in the formula of standard deviation, first we have to find the mean. Mean is sigma fx over sigma frequency. This value is 1240 divided by 80, and 1240 divided by 80, we get 15.5. And now the formula of standard deviation is sigma fx square. We find it 22300, and the sigma f is 80, and the value of mean is 15.5 square. 15.5 square, we get the 240.25, and 22300 divided by 80, we get the 278.75, and by subtracting it, 240.25, we get the 38.5, and under root answer we get the 6.20. 6.20. This is the answer of standard deviation. And now students, the question number 5 is solved. Now students, question number 6. The weekly salaries in rupees of 60 workers in a company are shown in a table below. This is the salary and this is the frequency. Find an estimate of the standard deviation of the weekly salary of the worker. Show your working clearly. This is the salary and this is the frequency. We have to estimate the standard deviation of the weekly salary of the worker. And now students, we have to find the standard deviation, and let's start. Now students, this is the standard deviation. Now students, you know that the formula of the standard deviation for grouped data. This is the formula for the group data, this one and this one. We can use both the formulas, and for this formula we have to find the mean, and this is the formula to find the mean. And that's why we have to make our table like that. There is a value of fx and fx square, because we have to put these values in the formula. And now midpoint. Why we find the midpoint? We find the midpoint because there are a lot of value and we have to find the midpoint to solve this question. Now the midpoint is very easy to calculate. We have to add 200 plus 220 and divided by 2, we get the 210. 210 is the midpoint. And next is 230, next is 250 and 270 and 290. And now we have to multiply the f frequency with x, and 210 multiplied by 8, we get 1680, and 230 multiplied by 23, we get 5290. This we get 4000. 270 multiplied by 30, we get 110, and this is 2900. Now we have to find the value of fx square. We have to multiply the fx with x, with the value of midpoint, and by multiplying it we get the 352,800, and with this we get 1216700. Now by multiplying 4000 with 250, we get the and by multiplying 270 by 1810 we get a 218700, and by multiplying it we get the 841 and 3 zeros. Now we have to add these values by adding 8 plus 23 plus 16 plus 3 plus 10. We get the sum of frequency is 60, and sum of frequency fx by adding all these values we get 14680, and by adding all these values we get 3629,200. Now we have to find the value of the mean. The mean is x sigma fx over sigma f. Sigma fx is 14680 and sigma fx 60. Now we have to divide it. 14680 divided by 60, we get 245. By round to the 3 significant figure we get 245, and 3 significant figure. Now find the value of standard deviation. Deviation is sigma fx square or sigma f, and this is a mean, and sigma fx square is 3629,200, and this is 60, and minus 245 square. Now students, by dividing it we get the value, that value, and we have to take the square of it, and we get the value 59. We have to write it there, 59861, and now we have to divide the value 3629,200 divided by 60. We get the 60486.67, and it subtract the 59861. We get the value 625.66, and this is the standard deviation under root answer, and this is the 25.0, and this is to 3 significant figure. And now students, this is the answer of the question number 6, and it's solved. Now one tip for these questions: you have to solve these questions according to the values which come on your calculator, and like that, when you divide the 60 by 14680 by 60, what answer you can get? You can get the square of that answer. Then you don't use the round of form values in your calculator. You use the accurate value, then you get the accurate answer. I hope you understand it. Now students, question number 7. Now students, question number 7, use your calculator to find an estimate of the standard deviation of each of the following set of data. Now we have to use the calculator to find the value of it, and it's very simple. To find it, first you have to, now students, we have to find the value of the midpoint, because this is the group data, and in the group data we have to first find the midpoint to find the standard deviation. And this is 30 plus 40 divided by 2, we get the 35. This is 35, and this 50, this is 45, this is 55, and this is 65, and this is 75. And now students, these are the midpoint, these are the value of the x which we have to put in the calculator to find the standard deviation. Now what we have to do? First we have to clear the memory of our calculator. We do it by pressing shift 9, and 3 is equal to, and press AC button. And then we have to first clear the memory of our calculator. Now we have to go to the mode statistics. We have to set up our calculator statistics, and we use the frequency, the frequency tab. Now students, we have to go to the setup, where we have to on the statistics mode, and we have to use the frequency. We have to enable our frequency that we have to use in our um, calculator. We enable our calculator. What we do, we have to press shift, and this is the setup. And now we come there, the press 4 and frequency on, yes, press 1. Now we have to follow the same steps which we have to follow to find the standard deviation of group un, un, ungroup data. This is the group data, and now we have to follow the same steps. The step 1 is mode, and we have to select the statistics and 1. Now we have to enter the data. That's the 4 point, enter the data. Now we have to enter the data. The axis 35 is equal to 45 is equal to 55 is equal to 65 is equal to 75 is equal to. Now we have to go to the frequency, and at first point this is 16, at second point this is 25 is equal to 35 is equal to 14 is equal to 10. And now what we have to do, we have, after entering the data, we have to press the AC button. This is the AC button. Now we have to press it, and there's come 0. Now at the 6th point we have to press the shift. This is shift, and now we can see there is the option for variance, and we have to press the 4 and now press 3 and is equal to, we get the answer. The answer of the part 1 is 11.7. The standard deviation of this part is 11.73. Now students, part number B. Part number B, again we have to find the standard deviation, and to find it, first we have to find the midpoint. The midpoint of 70 plus 75 divided by 2, we get 72.5, and it says 77.5, it's 82.5, 87.5, 92.5, 97.5, and 102.5. Now we have to put this value in the calculator, and we solve the standard deviation. And you know that first we have to clear the memory, that all is equal to press AC. Now we have to follow the same steps and set up and go to the statistics mode. Frequency is on. Now first step is mode. When modes come, there is a stat option. We have to press it. Press 1. Now enter the data. The midpoint is 72.5 is equal to 77.5 is equal to 82.5 is equal to 87.5 is equal to 92.5 is equal to 97.5 is equal to 102.5 is equal to. Now we go to the frequency and go to the first option, and this one is 4 11, 4 is equal to 11 is equal to 15 is equal to 24 is equal to 18 is equal to 9 is equal to 3 is equal to, and that we have to add our data. Now what we do, we have to press the AC button. This is the AC button. Now after AC button, shift and 1, this is, and we have to press the 4. Now we have to press the 3 and then is equal to, we get the answer. The answer is 7.23. And now students, this is the standard deviation which we have to find with the help of the calculator, and this is the answer of part number B. And now students, the question number 7 is solved, and I hope you understand these questions very well. Thank you very much students for watching my videos. Take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.